Under the relentless Egyptian sun, the Israelites struggle, their bodies bowed, building colossal monuments that pierce the horizon. Exhaustion etches deep lines into their faces as they strain against the weight of oppression. The air crackles with the sound of whips and the desperate cries of the enslaved. Each monument rises as a testament to their suffering, a silent scream against the vast desert. Within the opulent Pharaoh's palace, arrogance radiates from the throne. His unyielding posture broadcasts his disdain for the Israelites' plight. He views them merely as tools, their suffering inconsequential to his grand ambitions. In his eyes, the cries of the oppressed are but background noise to his reign. On a rugged mountainside, Moses, a shepherd in worn clothing, stands as a solitary figure against the vast landscape. His flock grazes peacefully, but Moses' gaze is distant, lost in thought. The lines on his face speak of inner turmoil, a reflection of his haunted Hebrew heritage. He reflects on his identity, a shepherd burdened by his heritage. The weight of his ancestry bears down on him, etched in every line of his face. Under the relentless sun on Mount Horeb, Moses discovers a bush ablaze but unconsumed, a visual paradox. A divine voice shatters the silence, echoing with power. Moses, Moses. Humbled and trembling, Moses hides his face, whispering, "I am afraid to look at God." In the opulent throne room, Moses and Aaron stand defiant before Pharaoh. Sunlight pierces through towering windows, casting sharp light on the unfolding confrontation. With unwavering resolve, Moses and Aaron declare, "Let my people go." Pharaoh remains seated on his throne, his expression unyielding. Pharaoh scoffs at their demand, rejecting their plea with cold disdain. Under the relentless sun, the Nile's life-giving waters transform into a horrifying crimson. Fish float lifelessly, their eyes reflecting the blood-red sky, a grim testament to the river's demise. Egyptians recoil in disgust and fear, their faces etched with disbelief as they witness the river's transformation. The river reflects a sky turned blood-red, casting an eerie glow over the horrified Egyptians, their faces etched with dread. The Egyptians watch as their source of life becomes a harbinger of death. The crimson waters flow on, carrying with them the weight of the Egyptians' despair and the scent of impending doom. A biblical plague descends upon the Egyptian fields as a relentless swarm of locusts engulfs the horizon. The air vibrates with the deafening sound of millions of locusts feasting upon the once lush crops. Farmers stand paralyzed, their faces reflecting utter despair as their livelihoods vanish before their eyes. One farmer collapses to his knees, the weight of devastation crushing his spirit. The insatiable horde continues its destruction, leaving nothing but barren fields in its wake. Darkness descends upon Egypt, an oppressive shroud suffocating the land. People stumble blindly through the streets, their faces etched with terror. A woman clutches her child, her eyes wide with fear as she desperately searches for a glimmer of hope. An old man kneels, his head bowed in prayer as he seeks divine intervention against the encroaching darkness. A palpable sense of dread hangs heavy in the air, stifling any semblance of hope. The darkness deepens, swallowing the last vestiges of light as despair settles over the land. Under the cloak of night, Egyptian homes become stages for sorrow, their walls echoing with the raw sound of grief. The heavy air vibrates with the collective mourning, each wail a testament to profound loss. Shadows dance with the dim light of oil lamps, casting long, eerie figures that mirror the despair within. The streets of Egypt transform into rivers of tears, each home a vessel of anguish, as a nation weeps for its fallen. Flickering torches cast eerie shadows across the grand hall of the Pharaoh's palace, a stark contrast to the silence that now reigns. The Pharaoh sits heavily upon his throne, his regal robes askew, symbolizing a kingdom on the brink. His face, once a symbol of power, now reflects only exhaustion and despair. He slumps further into his throne, the weight of his crown now a burden too heavy to bear. In a voice barely above a whisper, the Pharaoh utters the words that will change history. Let them go. The echoes of his command reverberate through the silent hall, sealing the fate of a nation and its people. Under the vast sky, the Israelite camp awakens with fervent energy. Their faces glow with the radiant hope of a new dawn. Belongings are gathered, each item a symbol of their resilience, packed with anticipation for the journey ahead. A sea of faces, alight with dreams, turns towards the horizon, ready to embrace the promise of freedom. As one, they move a unified force propelled by faith, embarking on a journey towards their destined liberty. The ground trembles beneath their collective steps, each footfall echoing the resounding call of freedom. Hope paves their path, turning every challenge into a testament of their unwavering spirit and unity. Across the undulating Egyptian countryside, a vast multitude of Israelites begins their march to freedom. At the forefront, Moses raises his staff, guiding his people forward. The voices of the Israelites rise in a unified chorus, their songs of praise resonating through the air. The golden landscape echoes with melodies, carrying the spirit of hope and thanksgiving. With each step, the Israelites leave behind the chains of slavery, embracing a future filled with promise. In the grandeur of the Pharaoh's palace, Pharaoh stands, his face a canvas of deep regret. His face hardens with newfound resolve. His voice echoes through the halls, a rallying cry to his army. The echoes of Pharaoh's command reverberate through the court, igniting a fire in the hearts of his warriors. A unified front, they prepare to pursue the fleeing Israelites, their determination unwavering. The vast halls of the palace transform into a staging ground for a relentless pursuit. The Red Sea stretches endlessly under the blazing sun, its surface shimmering with an almost mocking serenity. Exhausted and hopeful, the Israelites arrive at the shore, their faces mirroring a mix of relief and trepidation. A collective gasp of horror ripples through the crowd as they turn, their eyes widening in disbelief and dread. Pharaoh's army materializes on the horizon, a relentless tide of chariots and soldiers advancing rapidly. Panic erupts among the Israelites, their fragile hope shattered by the imminent threat. The vast sea meets the advancing army, the Israelites caught between the unstoppable forces of nature and tyranny. Under the relentless sun, the Israelites find themselves cornered on the shore of the Red Sea, their hope draining away with each crashing wave. Accusations erupt as they turn on Moses, their voices a storm of despair and betrayal. Moses, you have led us here to die. We are trapped. The sea is before us, and Pharaoh's army behind. Under the relentless sun, the sands of the Red Sea stretch endlessly, meeting the shimmering waters in a dance of light and heat. Moses stands resolute before the Israelites, his face a mask of determination and unwavering faith amidst palpable fear and uncertainty. The air crackles with unspoken dread, a heavy silence broken only by the distant whisper of the sea. Moses' voice cuts through the tension, a beacon of hope. Do not be afraid. Stand firm. The Lord will fight for you. Under the cloak of night, Moses lifts his staff to the sky, an iconic figure silhouetted against the horizon. The heavens respond, unleashing a fierce east wind that tears across the Red Sea. The sea transforms into a tempest of churning waves, a violent ballet of nature's raw power. The Red Sea is engulfed in a frenzy, its waves whipped into a furious dance by the relentless wind. Beneath the cloak of night, the Red Sea writhes, an impossible awakening stirring within its depths. The waters heave as towering walls rise, defying nature's immutable laws. A path emerges where moments before only water existed, a silent testament to the impossible. The impossible becomes reality. Under the cloak of night, the Red Sea stretches out, its surface shimmering with an ethereal glow, as the Israelites stand on the shore. With tentative steps, they venture onto the seabed, where moments ago, the sea reigned supreme. Hesitant footsteps echo in the stillness, breaking the silence of the night, and reflect their trepidation and hope. A sea of faces, each etched with a unique blend of trepidation and hope, moves forward. Under the cloak of night, Pharaoh's army surges relentlessly into the Red Sea, their chariots rumbling ominously. The seabed trembles, bearing witness to the thundering advance of the pursuing army. Anticipation hangs heavy in the air, a palpable sense of dread enveloping both pursuer and pursued. Chariots plunge deeper into the heart of the Red Sea, their advance unwavering, their purpose dark and resolute. The ground vibrates fiercely beneath the weight of the advancing army, a symphony of impending doom. The air crackles with tension as the army presses forward, their relentless pursuit echoing into the night. The first light of dawn kisses the Red Sea as the Israelites complete their miraculous crossing. A collective breath of relief sweeps through the crowd as they realize their salvation. Their faces, etched with exhaustion and wonder, turn back towards the sea they have just conquered. A wave of awe washes over them as they reflect on the miracle that has unfolded. The vast expanse of the Red Sea stretches behind them, a testament to their newfound freedom. United in gratitude, they stand as a symbol of hope against the dawning sky. As dawn breaks over the Red Sea, Moses extends his hand, a solitary figure against the awakening sky. The sea churns restlessly beneath his gesture, the water reflecting the growing light with ominous unease. A deafening roar shatters the morning calm as towering walls of water rise, poised like vengeful gods. The walls collapse, unleashing a maelstrom of foam and fury that engulfs Pharaoh's army. Chariots and soldiers are swallowed by the cataclysmic deluge, their defiance extinguished in the face of nature's wrath. Under the dawning sky, the Red Sea roars. Pharaoh's army disappears beneath the waves. Silence descends. Then joy overwhelms the Israelites. Tears flow as they kneel in grateful worship. On the shores of the Red Sea, Miriam lifts her arms to the heavens, her voice ringing out with strength and triumph. A chorus of female voices joins hers, their song echoing the miracle that has unfolded. The women dance with unrestrained joy, their faces glowing with newfound freedom and profound gratitude. The Red Sea's waves crash gently against the shore, a perpetual reminder of divine power and miraculous salvation. Under the scorching desert sun, the Israelites march on, their faces set with a newfound determination. Each footstep echoes with the strength of their renewed faith as they navigate the shimmering sands. The vast desert stretches before them, but their spirits remain unbroken, their hope unwavering. Their journey continues, fueled by the miracle they witnessed, their resolve deepening with each passing day. In the heart of the desert, their faith shines brighter than the sun, guiding them toward their destiny. In the vast, sun-scorched desert, Moses stands as a solitary figure against the horizon. His brow furrows, etched with the weight of leadership and profound reflection. He ponders the Exodus, the miraculous parting of the Red Sea, the burden of his people. The desert wind whispers tales of the past, carrying the promise of a distant future. He feels the undeniable power of divine intervention, the force that guides his every step. In the stark light of a modern office, a woman sits buried beneath a mountain of paperwork, each document a testament to her overwhelming responsibilities. The computer screen casts an eerie glow on her face, illuminating the exhaustion that lines her features. Each unanswered email, a fresh burden. Lost in a labyrinth of deadlines, she stares blankly ahead, the demands of her professional life closing in around her like inescapable walls. The weight of her duties, both at work and at home, crushes her spirit, leaving her feeling utterly trapped and devoid of hope. Her gaze is vacant, reflecting the emptiness that has taken root within her as she grapples with the relentless pressure. In this moment of quiet despair, she is a prisoner of her own making, bound by the invisible chains of expectation and obligation. In the sterile hospital room, a father sits vigil, his heart heavy with unspoken fears. His gaze lingers on his pale child, connected to life-sustaining machines. Red-rimmed eyes betray the sleepless nights, his face etched with worry. A silent prayer escapes his lips, a desperate plea in the face of helplessness. The knot of fear tightens in his stomach, an unwelcome companion in the brightly lit room. He remains by his child's side, a solitary figure amidst the machines and monitors. Sunlight floods the modern classroom, casting a harsh light on the tense faces of students grappling with their exams. Mark nervously taps his pen against the test paper, the sound echoing in the silent room. Sweat beads on his forehead as he stares blankly at a complex equation, the weight of expectation crushing him. Am I even smart enough to be here? The pressure mounts as he questions his abilities, the fear of failure looming large. What if I fail? In the heart of the bustling city, a homeless person sits silently on the cold pavement. Their weathered hands reach out, a silent plea lost in the urban cacophony. Passersby hurry past, their faces masks of indifference, eyes averted. The homeless person fades into the background, unseen, unheard, a ghost in the city's vibrant tapestry. Each footstep echoes indifference. Each averted gaze deepens the isolation. The city's rhythm continues, oblivious to the silent suffering at its feet. Sunlight floods the modern church, illuminating the air with dancing dust motes. The pastor stands behind the wooden pulpit, ready to ignite souls with words of fire. He gestures passionately, his voice echoing through the sacred space. And so, as the Red Sea parted before them, so too will your obstacles crumble before the unwavering power of faith. Hold steadfast to hope, for even in the deepest waters, salvation awaits. In the embrace of a modern home, a family gathers, their faces illuminated by the radiant glow of a large television screen. The screen displays scenes of the Exodus. Ancient pyramids and desert landscapes flicker across the screen. The room, a haven of contemporary design, bathes in warm light, its tasteful decor a testament to comfort and style. The documentary unfolds, transporting the family back to ancient times, as images of the Exodus fill the screen. A lone figure confronts the beach, the ocean mirroring a daunting Red Sea of endless challenges. Stillness envelops the solitary person as they contemplate the courage needed for the journey ahead. The vastness of the ocean echoes the magnitude of the inner struggle. Whispers of encouragement rise from the waves, a gentle reassurance against the looming uncertainty. The solitary figure remains steadfast, drawing strength from the rhythmic crash of the waves. The beach stretches out, a path of endless possibility amid daunting challenges. Sunlight fills the therapy room, illuminating the dust motes dancing in the air. A patient sits fidgeting nervously, in stark contrast to the calm of the room. The patient begins to speak. It all started when I was a child. Dr. Amara listens intently, her expression warm and empathetic. Can you tell me more about that? Dr. Amara gently inquires, her voice soft and encouraging. The patient pauses, gathering their thoughts, the weight of their past heavy in the air. Against the backdrop of the boundless sky, Alex stands alone, a solitary figure battling the relentless wind. The mountain summit unfolds, a breathtaking tapestry of rolling hills and distant valleys, promising untold adventures. In a gesture of triumph, Alex raises their arms, embracing the hard-won victory. A wave of accomplishment washes over Alex, validating the arduous journey. The warmth of the sun graces Alex's face, symbolizing the dawning of renewed hope and endless possibilities. Sunlight floods the art studio, turning dust motes into tiny, dancing stars. Canvases splattered with intense color line the walls, silent witnesses to countless artistic visions. An artist stands poised before a large canvas, a creative fire burning brightly in their eyes. With bold strokes, the artist brings to life a scene reminiscent of the parting of the Red Sea, a symphony of blues, grays, and hopeful golds. The painting becomes more than a depiction. It transforms into an expression of freedom and transformation. Sunlight floods the music studio, illuminating the musician as they sit hunched over the piano. Their fingers dance across the keys, a melancholic melody filling the room. Sheets of paper covered in musical notes litter the floor around them, signs of their relentless pursuit of perfection. The musician's brow is furrowed in concentration, their eyes searching for the perfect note to capture their unwavering faith. The music swells, filling the room with a powerful, hopeful sound that resonates with the musician's spirit. Sunlight streams into the dance studio, illuminating the dust and setting the stage for a story of struggle and hope. The dancers, silhouettes against the light, begin their rehearsal, movements echoing ancient struggles. Each leap and synchronized step tells a story of the Exodus, a tale of liberation brought to life through dance. The choreographer observes intently, offering subtle adjustments that refine the narrative. The air is thick with concentration, a quiet determination filling the space as the dancers breathe life into an ancient tale. Their fluid movements and expressive gestures convey the narrative, transforming the studio into a stage for history. Sunlight fills the classroom, each ray illuminating the students' eager faces. The teacher stands before the class, her expression animated as she unfolds a timeless tale. And so Moses, with unwavering faith, raised his staff, and the Red Sea parted. The students listen, their eyes wide with wonder, as the teacher weaves a story of faith, allowing his people to escape. Remember, children, believe in yourselves, and you too can overcome any obstacle. Under the sun's golden embrace, a community garden flourishes, a testament to collective care. Brows furrowed in concentration, some volunteers till the soil, their movements precise and purposeful. With gentle hands, others plant seeds, nurturing new life with each delicate gesture. Laughter dances on the breeze, mingling with the chirping of birds in a symphony of life. Vibrant colors explode from budding flowers and lush greenery, painting a picture of hope and renewal. In a circle of chairs, individuals gather in a brightly lit room, a haven for shared vulnerabilities. Soft daylight filters through the windows, illuminating dust motes that dance in the air. The room is filled with unspoken anxieties. A box of tissues sits prominently in the center, a silent offering of comfort. In the grand library, sunlight bathes towering bookshelves, casting the room in a hushed, scholarly glow. Lost in the labyrinth of lore, a lone figure sits hunched over the table, surrounded by ancient texts and maps. Brow furrowed, hand moving, I trace the faded ink of ancient texts, my mind wrestling with secrets long past. The library air is thick, with the scent of aged paper and leather. Bathed in sunlight, the Egyptian exhibit awakens, its ancient artifacts whispering tales of pharaohs and gods. Visitors pause, their faces reflecting awe and curiosity as they absorb the stories of a civilization long past. A group gathers around a display case, their thoughtful expressions hinting at the weight of history contained within fragments of papyrus. In the hushed reverence of the museum, the air vibrates with a palpable connection to a distant past, bridging centuries of human experience. The sunlight falls upon the ancient pottery, illuminating the intricate designs and the stories etched into their surfaces. Within the sacred space of the synagogue, a rabbi stands tall, his kind face radiating years of profound wisdom. Sunlight floods through the stained glass, painting the congregation in vibrant colors. The ancient Hebrew prayers fill the air, a murmur of reverence and remembrance. In the heart of the service, the congregation commemorates the Exodus, reaffirming freedom's enduring power. The synagogue resonates with the echoes of history, a testament to faith and resilience. The sun begins its descent, painting the desert sands in hues of orange and gold. Long shadows stretch across the dunes, whispering tales of the day's end. A profound stillness settles over the landscape as the desert prepares for night. Tranquility blankets the arid expanse, a moment of serene beauty in the harsh wilderness. The air cools, bringing a gentle respite from the scorching heat of the day. The desert breathes a sigh of relief as the sun dips below the horizon, ushering in the cool embrace of night. In the quiet bedroom, moonlight paints long shadows as a lone figure kneels in silent devotion. Head bowed, they whisper silent prayers into the stillness, seeking solace in the quietude. Bathed in soft moonlight, their clasped hands betray the intensity of their plea. The silence of the night embraces their whispered words, carrying their hopes into the ethereal darkness. The city sprawls under a starlit sky, its lights mirroring the infinite possibilities that lie ahead. Each light flickers with dreams and silent promises. The vibrant city lights symbolize hope. The vibrant city lights symbolize possibility. The city never sleeps. The city lights symbolize the future. Sunlight streams into the sterile hospital room, casting a soft glow upon the scene of quiet triumph. A child lies in the stark white hospital bed, a fragile smile blooming across their face, a beacon of hope amidst the sterile surroundings. A parent sits vigil, their weary eyes now sparkling with unspeakable joy, witnessing the miracle unfold before them. The child's weak smile radiates pure, unadulterated joy, a sign of resilience that defies the odds. The parent's face is alight with gratitude, a silent prayer of thanks etched into every line. In this shared moment, the room is filled with an unspoken promise of healing, of a future reclaimed from the clutches of illness. Sunlight floods the office, illuminating the culmination of dedicated effort. She meticulously arranges the final elements of her project, a symphony of precision. A wave of triumph washes over her as the masterpiece nears completion. The air crackles with the electricity of accomplishment. Renewed confidence sparkles in her eyes, reflecting the dawn of a new beginning. She takes a step back, her gaze sweeping over her creation with pride. A lone figure advances resolutely toward the shimmering ocean, each step a testament to their inner strength. Sunlight dances on the water, creating a dazzling path that stretches to the horizon. The person exudes unwavering confidence, prepared to confront their Red Sea. With each wave that crashes against the shore, the person advances. Faith and courage propel their every move. The vastness of the ocean mirrors the magnitude of the challenge ahead. Yet the person's resolve remains unbroken. Bathed in sunlight, the person stands at the edge of the world, ready to part the waters with unwavering faith.